Yes, it was. We started with the Y almost 2 years ago, and the idea was to have the glass walls to make the student program more viable, more kids. But a byproduct of that would have been increased revenue to the Y by having a lot more adult members come back that used to be members. Approximately 8 to 12,000 minimum a year in gross revenue. On an annual basis, that adds up to a lot of money. However, the project wasn't going forward, and my thoughts on everything is if you don't like how something's going, get involved. Find out what the issues are and work with the organization you're with or with the board and try to present your ideas. So I was interested in last year, and then I was advised that I was a little late for the nomination committee. This year I went through the nomination committee and was not accepted. However, in the meantime, I looked up the Constitution and found the Constitution allows that you can have any member being nominated by another member. So therefore, with the nomination committee, what they're doing is using as a vetting. In other words, they're choosing what person they want out of the people and then just present that at the board. I spoke to Dick Taffel, who has been president of this place 50 years ago and practically started the building, and he indicates that they always took nominations. And so therefore it's changed in how they're operating because for the most part most people don't know that the way to get on the board can be either through a nomination being forwarded by the nomination committee or by another member. So therefore I think this year will be the first year in quite a few years, from what I understand, of a real election taking place.
Is there, from a member standpoint, I mean, how important is it to put your name forward as a possible board member and to actually attend this meeting and see those folks through to the board?
Well, what people don't realize is on the nomination committee, as provided by the Constitution, one of the members on the nomination committee is the CEO. And if you strictly just have a nomination committee vetting a few people, then the CEO in effect gets to choose the boss. And what counterbalances that is members from the floor contesting the election so that you have a larger representation. If you simply just have a vetting, and then you're just going to have a small component that's involved with the board. And the difference in attitude is that if you're elected from the general membership, you feel that you have some duty to represent those that voted you in, versus if you're vetted by a committee, then your duties and loyalty lies with just the board. So I think it's very important for all the members that if they wish to get involved is to submit their name by nomination, either through the nominating committee or easily through another person nominating you, and run for election. And of course, it'd be good if you showed up on April 6th because I could use some votes.
And what would you like to see out of this, the process and as of April 6th? Would you, is it you want folks to actually use their voice as members?
Well, I think it's important that members be aware that any adult member can run for election on the board. You don't have to be chosen or appointed. All members have that opportunity, and if you wish to get involved and get voted in, then you're on the board.
What would you like to do as a board member for the Y? Where do you see your contribution lying?
Well, when we first look at the method of getting on the board, I would like to have that clarified so that the board can, the members can choose for themselves how they wish to get on the board, and make it very clear to the members that they have the options as the Constitution allows. The second thing that I would like to have is a plaque on the wall advising all the members who the board members are. Nobody knows. It's very hard to get that information, and I think there should be something in the front lobby to begin with. And then, of course, whenever you're on a board, there's all kinds of information that you're not privy to that changes your ideas on how things are run. The Y is now a very complex and specialized business. It needs lots of information, and the members themselves need to have certain skills. So when you're looking at different areas, you have to balance those. And of course, my primary interest in getting involved was to ensure that squash is not going to disappear, but stay a strong, viable part of the Y, and to contribute to the bottom line so that the need to rely on fundraising all the time would be lessened.